If you answer yes to any of these questions, then have I got a treat for you in this video. Have you lost your job recently, whether it be that you were made redundant or your contract may have come to an end, so you no longer have a source of income? Or are you tired of the job that you already have, that you are wanting a change, or you just simply want the flexibility, the freedom that comes with being able to work from home? If you answered yes to those questions, any one of those questions, and you live in New Zealand, then this is the video for you, so stay glued. Because I want to share with you 5 fantastic websites that you can find work from home jobs, or jobs that enable you to be able to work remotely. If it's your first time to my channel, I'm Melanie Aweber, and the purpose of my channel is purely to give information, to give motivation, and to prove to people that they can have success, they can have fulfillment and happiness in their work life, as well as having the same in their home life. So if that sounds awesome to you, if that really excites you, then make sure that you hit that subscribe button below and the bell notification so you get tuned into when I come out with similar videos to this one. So as I said, in this video, I want to share with you 5 great websites that you can access, you can use to find online jobs if you work in New Zealand. And I'm going to work in reverse, so I'm going to wait until the last website to share with you what my number one, what my favorite website is to find online jobs. So make sure that you stick around for the entirety of this video for that one. So without further ado, let's jump into the first website. Just know that I am including all the links to all of the websites down below. And also too, it's important to note that no matter which one of these websites you go to, that all of them enable you to provide or to create what's called a profile, or a job profile. So you can put in your name, you can put in your contact details, upload your resume, all that kind of stuff, which I highly recommend that you do that. But they also enable you the ability to, except for LinkedIn, they give you the opportunity or the ability to set up what's called a job alert. So even though it's really neat if you are constantly going onto these websites every single day checking what jobs there are available, you don't actually need to do that. You can set up what's called a job alert, and you put in your search criteria for whatever job that you are looking for, and then there's usually a button that gives you the option, and I will highlight it on each of these websites what that button looks like. They give you the option to be able to actually save that search, and you will get emailed whenever a job comes available or gets posted that matches that criteria. So I really do recommend that you do that for no matter what website that you're looking on. Okay, so now that I've done all of that preamble, let's get into the websites. So the first one here is Jora. And Jora enables you completely free, like I said at the start, to create a profile. So make sure that you put in your details into there. Now just note that no matter what website that you're on, because work from home and working remotely can be pretty much used interchangeably because you're not actually based in an office, sometimes you're going to have to play around a little bit in terms of your search criteria or your search words or keywords that you enter in to make sure that you're getting the actual jobs that you are interested in. So on Jora, so I'll just check my notes to make sure I'm putting in the right one. So on Jora, you'll want to type in remote. When it says what, you would normally put in there maybe, accounting or construction or whatever the industry is. In this case, we're just going to put in remote and leave it as New Zealand and click on search jobs. So here it pops up as it says create email alert for this search. So this is what I was talking about earlier. If I put in my email address there and then click on activate, anytime that any remote jobs become available or they get posted, then I'm going to get an email to let me know that it's there. It doesn't automatically apply for that job for you. You'll need to go into that yourself and go through that process. So but that's the job alert that I was talking about. So the important thing when these jobs do, or the results come up on here, you want to make sure that they are actually in line with what you're looking at, or you're looking for more specifically. So you can do that either just by casting your eye down first, but what I tend to like to do personally is I prefer to go to the filters on the left hand side here, and you can filter out a lot of the stuff that you may not be interested in seeing. It might not be the relevant industry or profession or whatever it is. So you can easily, if you're only wanting to look at full-time jobs, then you can just click on full-time here and it will only show all the full-time jobs. If you're only wanting to look at job ads that have come up, say in the last 7 days, then you can click on that and it's going to filter out all the stuff that doesn't meet that criteria, and so forth and so forth. Okay, so in just taking a bit of a look down, I'm just looking to see if this actually does, it has picked up in just the remote jobs, and by the looks of it, it has. So remote support specialist, for example, NOC engineers level 2 remote work, and remote, I'm seeing remote a lot. So these truly are jobs that don't have to be done within an office environment. Okay, so that is the first website, and that is Jora. The second one is probably very well known to you, and that is LinkedIn. So this is my own LinkedIn profile. So other than, of course, putting out your own professional stuff there, you can search for jobs in LinkedIn. So if I clicked on up here, jobs, then I can type in here where it says job title, skill, or company. Just checking again that I am putting in the right thing. So I would put in here remote, and I will leave the city and all that blank, and then just click on search. So you might notice, just taking a very quick glance here, that a lot of these jobs aren't actually, they're not actually remote, or they're not actually work from home. So I will show you in a second as to how you can actually filter out just specifically for remote jobs. But since it's popped up, I will highlight this bit. Something that's an advantage of searching for jobs in LinkedIn is that whenever it's going to do a bit of a search, because it's already got your resume or your career history and talents and skills and qualifications and all that in there, if you have put that into your profile. When you search for jobs in LinkedIn, it's going to do a bit of a search or a bit of a matchup of what your skills and experience are in reference to that particular job. So you'll notice here where it says work from home coaching for business, life and health, it's actually come up here saying your profile matches this job. So when that role has come up, it's done a bit of a search through my profile in LinkedIn, and it is saying, well, hey, Melanie's got these skills, abilities, these qualifications and what have you. These are actually some of the stuff that we are looking for or are aligned to what we're looking for this job. So that's a really neat thing in LinkedIn. You can easily cast your eye down and quickly see what jobs might be of interest or might be a good fit for you based on your work history. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. But as I said, we'll go over and we'll just I'll show you where you can select specifically remote jobs. So I just clicked on the filters tab, and you just come down here and you just want to make sure that this box down the bottom here where it says commute, that you tick that box so that you are only searching for remote jobs. Okay, so I'll just apply that filter, and I think that was already applied anyway. So therefore you're only going to get pop-up opportunities that or roles that are flexible or able to be done outside of an office or an actual physical business environment. Okay, so that is LinkedIn. Okay, the next one I want to show you is Careerjet. Now, Careerjet is really something I like about their front page of Careerjet is that you can actually just, if you know what industry you're wanting to work in, you can just quickly go to that particular industry on their front page. Rather than having to type in the keyword, you can just go straight there. You can select jobs by location, not that that's really going to worry you because you're working remotely, but you can easily get to things from their front screen. You can also, as is the case with all of these, you click on over here if you are looking to register, which of course I highly recommend that you do with every one of these websites, or any website that you are looking for work in. But with Careerjet, we are going to type in remote. So we will type in remote and it's going to pop up. We'll just again have a bit of a look, and remote field service maintenance, good, remote. Yep, this is picking up, yep, jobs that are remote. So the word remote has worked. As again, just a word of caution, you may need to change your terminology to work from home or work at home, just to be able to pick up the right jobs that you're looking for. Again, on the left hand side there's his filters, so you can sort by relevance or salary, if you're wanting to filter that or sort that's the word I was looking for, sort by highest to lowest. You can also knock out any of your contract types. Having trouble talking today. So you can choose whether it be full-time, temporary, all that kind of stuff. Again, over here is one of those job alerts, so you can easily just put your email address in there and you will get emailed, as I've said in a previous website, the search criteria that you've entered in here. So any future jobs that come up on Careerjet that are remote work from home jobs, then you will get an email prompting you to go in and have a bit of a look. They've got an advanced search as well that you can really drill down on the search results, which is really neat, so that you can get really specific if you're looking for only a particular job. Of course, if it's just purely something like data entry, or something where it's really not a niche role, then by all means leave it a little bit more broad. So there's my recommendation for that. So that is Careerjet. Okay, now just before we jump over to the next website, which is my number 2 website, if you are enjoying this video, if you are getting value from it, then please do give me a big thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it, and of course it does help my channel in the long run. So now we'll jump over to Seek. Now Seek is probably one of the biggest or the most well-known, I guess, websites out there when people are looking for work, and Seek is really a great website, don't get me wrong, and I just want to highlight some of the features that Seek has that some others don't. So again, it's completely free to have an account or to register with them, and I strongly advise that you do that. Now across the top here, I'll just bring your attention to, obviously we're selected in finding jobs, but Seek give you access to other things as well, not just to the ability to find jobs. They do enable you to look for courses that might be relevant to your particular profession or a profession that you're wanting to go into. So I'll click on this, but just note, because I am based in Australia, I know I'm talking about New Zealand, but it just keeps flicking over to the Australian version based on my location. I have tried going incognito and exactly the same thing happens, so sorry about that. So all you do here is you just type in whatever industry or whatever profession that you are interested in, put in your location and click on search, and it will pop up some options available for you. Okay, so that's a really great feature in my view. If you're looking at buying a business, then you can click on business of sale and search for those. But something I really like about Seek, because simply because giving and serving others is a topic that is near and dear to my heart. They give you the ability to search for volunteering opportunities as well. So if you do have some spare time in your life, we are all busy, but if you do have some time that you would like to give to others, to serve others, then type in whatever you're interested in, whatever your passion is, put in your location, and you can search for opportunities that way. So that is totally awesome in my view. Okay, so going back to the jobs, let's search for jobs. So in here, I'm going to put in remote. Whoa. Okay, any classification, leave that blank, and then I'm just going to click on seek. You can select more options here if you're wanting to really drill down on your search results, but we'll just go seek. Now the list that has come up is looking pretty good because it's got remote in a lot of these roles, so it looks like it's captured what we're looking for. On this page, rather than have them over here on the left hand side like a lot of websites do, Seek have their filters down here. So here's where you can pick from full-time, temporary, all that kind of jazz. If you're looking to look for salaries, then that information is here, and also too in terms of time frame when the job was advertised, you can select or filter that here. There's also the functionality, something that I did fail to mention. Before I go there, up here is where your job alert is, so put in your email in there to create the alert. But something I'll draw your attention to, which is really quite neat as well, is if you click on here company reviews, that's where you can find out how different companies rate, and these are based mainly from a number of things, whether they're employees or past employees, and people who have done work with these companies. So yeah, if you're quite aware or really interested in only working for a top performing or a highly rated company, then you can do your research in here. Okay, so my number one or my favorite job website to look for jobs on is called Indeed. You just click on over here to register with them and create a profile with them. But over here, I'll draw your attention to, we will get to the find jobs in a second, but similar to Seek, you can do company reviews. So again, if you're wanting to do a bit of research on the company, that you are looking to get employment with, you can do a bit of a company search there to find out what other people are saying about the company based on the number of reviews that they have got, which is always handy, I find. But also too, you can do a salary search. So you may or may not know that my background is in human resources, so I have done so many interviews for jobs, more than I care to count. So inevitably you always get that question, what are your salary expectations? What are you expecting to be paid if you are successful in getting this job? And sometimes people, they've got a really great idea of what realistically that job would pay. Some have absolutely no idea at all, and when you ask that question, it's like looking at a deer in headlights. So it's always helpful for you to be forearmed and know what you can realistically expect to be paid, so you can use this tool to find that out. So for example, a psychologist, in this instance, there was 93 salaries reported, which is pretty good. So you can see here that psychologists earn, based on these salaries that were reported, between $42,000 and $129,000, with the average being $85,347 a year. So that enables you to be able to answer that dreaded question that will most likely come your way if you're seriously being considered for a job. Just helping you there. So let's jump back to finding the jobs. So we jump here, and again we're going to put in remote. Since it's worked on all the other sites, we'll just leave it generally New Zealand and hit on find jobs. So again, we just do that really quick look down and see if it's actually captured what we're looking for, and in this instance it doesn't look like it has. So what we will do now then, before I click off here, I'll just show you that there is that job alert over here, so put in your email and to get notified when similar jobs come available. We might try work from home. Again, keep it New Zealand and see what this pops up. Okay, looks like we're cooking with gas a little bit more. So work from home, anywhere in New Zealand. Work from home, work from home. So it looks like it's a lot more on the money with Indeed to use the terminology of work from home. Okay, so Indeed, like a lot of the other websites we've covered already, they've got their filters over on the left-hand side, the job type. Location, of course, shouldn't be such an issue because you're working from home, but you can narrow your search results based on a number of things. They've also got an advanced job search here as well, so you can narrow your search even more with keywords, companies, job types, a whole heap of other different things. So you can use that to your advantage as well. So I hope you have really enjoyed watching this video. I hope you've gotten some great ideas on websites that you can visit to find your next great opportunity working from home. Now, if you know someone else who you think would also like to know how they can find work from home jobs, then by all means, please do share this video with them so they have exactly the same information that you do and they can find their next dream job online as well, or working from home. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until I see you on my next one, I hope you take the greatest of care.